As the first humans to ever venture out this far into the frontier.
Too fast! Sensitive poison damage.
Get out!
I thought we were both goners.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. I'm Operation DX, and welcome to episode 18 of my Planet Explorers version 0.72 Let's Play. During the previous episode, we set off an adventure with Nan to go rescue some survivors of the Martian camp.
Looks like we all made it.
They were captured by the mother crab spider, as I call them. Sure thing. Let's go. Good job, pal. I don't know. They weren't in the guidebook, that's for sure. I'm beginning to think the exploration team was sleeping on the job when they were writing the wiki. Yeah, looks like it. A big thanks to you. Well, there's another quest completed, with Sarah and the others safely heading back to camp. Looks like Nan is actually escorting them. We are going to head back there ourselves to continue the story. Now, on my way here, I'm actually going to try a couple of things out here. Maybe we'll use the glider for a second, and I'm going to test out the rope gun. Now, from my experience with the rope gun in this game, it seems like it could use a little bit of tweaking, as it just doesn't seem to work very good. I'll kind of show you guys an example of that as we make our way over here to the river. We're actually right next to like this land bridge. I'll try to shoot the land bridge and have it pull me up. Actually, maybe we'll try to shoot one of these trees first. I don't think the rope gun can actually latch on to any of these trees. Yeah, I think maybe it's better that I just try the land bridge. We'll try that. So let's break out the rope gun here. Now, I think this thing is supposed to be like a grappling hook kind of thing that pulls you in, but it seems to work like 5% of the time. So here, I'm going to try to shoot the land bridge. And it's not working. Okay, so every time you shoot it, you got to kind of put it away, or the rope will just kind of like dangle in front of you. So I shot it again. It did not work. So I'm going to try it once again. So I don't know if I'm using this thing incorrectly. I don't know if I'm supposed to like click and then click again. I'm trying all kinds of different combinations. Maybe I'm shooting something too far away. So here we are. We actually made a successful shot here, and nothing changed there. Then we'll break out the glider, and it looks like the glider's glitching out. Ooh, that's unfortunate. That's actually not what's supposed to happen when you're flying around the glider. You're not supposed to hang there and kind of dangle. So one would think that the glider and the rope gun would make a really good combination, because the glider itself is actually really awesome. But they don't really. It's kind of unfortunate. If you can get a good shot with a rope gun, you can actually try to do some stuff there, but that wasn't quite working out for me. However, the glider and the jetpack work together beautifully, and they give you the ability to travel around even if you don't have a flying vehicle. That's actually an awesome combination. And again, talking about things that aren't going to happen for quite a long time. In fact, we will have our flying vehicle before we probably have our that combination, the jetpack glider combination. And holy cow, did you see how that dog crab thing was juking around and trying to avoid my shots? That's awesome, man. That's really cool. I like it. Again, attempting and failing to try to shoot the rope gun at the trees. I really don't think they can latch onto the trees. It's a freaking shame. It's a freaking shame, man. Well, I guess that's all I'm going to get out of that. There may actually be a couple of good spots we can try to jump off of and glide here. I guess I'll see if there's an opportune moment, because the woods are really hill intensive. Unfortunately, it's starting to get late in the day and getting a little too dark, so we're going to put our headlight gear back on so we can kind of see a little better here. Definitely worthwhile purchase. We've used this quite a few times since we got it from Doc Carter in the early parts of the game. Speaking of Doc Carter, he's the one who gave us the quest to actually build a colony in the beginning of the game. And I think at this point, right now in 0.72, we can't don't get any of the mainline NPCs to live in your colony, which I think is a shame. We can bring in some of the NPCs that we can normally bring into our group to fight with, and we can send them off to the colony to work there. And sometimes they have special skills that allow them to do other things, like you can give them like an axe or whatever, and they'll go and forest for you and stuff like that. But only certain ones do. That's not really super defined, so that's probably something that's going to be worked on a little more in this game. So, however, it does seem to be a little bit of an area of focus for the next build, and I cannot wait to see that new farm building in 0.75. It's coming up soon. At the end of the month is the projected time, and then it will be available for Steam, and everyone can get it through Steam, and that's pretty cool. Alright, we have arrived back at the Martian camp once again, with hopefully everyone safe this time. Hopefully we won't discover that someone's been captured and ran away or whatever.
You all made it back. I'm so glad. I was expecting the worst. Check out who's here.
I'm happy to see more of our compatriots.
Alfonso.
I feel safer around you already, haha. See what I mean kind of about those blue light sticks there? How they're not really lighting up the camp even though it's pretty dark around here. Like at a certain time they'll all light up and the camp will be all lit up. They actually should be kind of lit at this point. It's kind of a shame. But again, those other light blocks are absolutely great, so... In any case, we're going to need to sleep soon, but there's a lot of quest stuff we have to get through here, so let's start talking to some of these guys. I'm not sure where Alfonso came from. I don't know if he came from the rescue we did earlier, but anyways, he has a new shop to check out here. We're just double-checking his shop. Right, so he has the diamond sword and diamond shield, and currently in this build of the game, diamond isn't something that you can mine, so I guess there'd be no point in having a crafting recipe for it. It also looks like he has the steel set and the steel set scripts, but if we want to upgrade, we'll just hit up Hitomi for the gold set.
Hey! I was just about to ask you that. So that's how it went. Just fan-freaking-tastic. The whole planet probably knows we're here by now, and I can't think of a good ending for us. Imagine if some extraterrestrials went onto the solar system and shot up a few humans. I mean, nukes would be flying by now. Well, 'cause my pops ordered me to. Something about bringing honor to our family. In actuality, he just wanted me gone so I don't cause trouble for my older brother when he inherits the family company. I mean, I don't feel too bad about it. I get to go to a place where no one's been to before. The aliens are not helping, though.
Nan just made an excellent point. If aliens came to Earth and shot us up, we would be firing nukes.
Hey, wanna trade? I'm gonna inventory all the equipment we have and see if we can get something more modern going. I'm sure Alfonso will want my input on designing stuff to counter the aliens. Eventually, we'll have to cross over to the Newton continent. I didn't pay too much attention in prep classes, but I do remember that there being a wind belt between the continents. So we'll need to build something that can survive that. Oh, hey, if you have time, can you take me to Odessa? I want to talk this over with her.
See, I think Nan says it properly, Odessa, and Lal says Odessa.
Oh, that's okay. Come back when you can spare the time. Later.
The reason why I was saying Odessa most of the time is because that's what Lal called her. Darn it. That's right, I'm Commander Hook of the Colony Defense Force. You're Jack, correct? For someone from Earth, you don't do too bad. Thank you for helping out. I have. I actually seen them as well. We had to run in with a couple of them when we landed. Luckily, we were armed and scared them off. We'll prepare an expedition and seek them out once we settle in. I believe strongly that we must ascertain their intentions as soon as possible. If we can be no cooperation between us, at least there can be peace. I'll take this group over to the Martian settlement. Currently, we're planning on staying there until everyone's healed up and we have enough supplies to carry us over to the Newton continent. We'll talk to the Earth colonists as well when we get to that step. Right now, my focus is solely on finding all the survivors and figuring out how to deal with the aliens. We were hit by something in orbit. I'm not writing off the possibility it might be launched by the natives of this planet. We will investigate into this matter and give everyone a definitive answer when the time is right. We built a more sturdy settlement northeast of here. Governor Skyrunner is there as well. I'm going around gathering up Martian survivors. It'll be years before another ship gets here, so we'll do what we must to survive. Do you really think Martians and Earthlings can get along in this type of situation? I don't want any internal conflicts with humans right now, especially with another sentient species around. I'm forcefully segregating the two groups. I'm just being pragmatic here. Once everything settles down, we will make contact with the main group. Then we'll decide on integration from there. To be sure, we won't be able to survive separately on our own in the long term. I haven't had a chance to get into contact with any other Earthlings, but I hope they agree with my idea of separation for now. If you see any of them, why don't you let them know? You know what, Alfonso? I don't trust you. This is starting to sound a little bit like conspiracy to me. If I were my character, that's exactly what I would have said to him. I mean, the whole group arrived together on the Epiphany to colonize this world. Why would you separate into two groups? Was that the original plan? I doubt it. So, now that there's even less of us, shouldn't we band together to try to survive? There's obviously something else going on here, and I don't like it. Well, now that I'm going to settle down for the night, I'm going to go ahead and integrate the gold tool scripts into my replicator so that I can build them. And, I think it's time to sleep. Well, it's going to be our second night in a row sleeping at the lovely Martian camp. Got some good people here, Sarah and Nan and Tariq. Although, I can't say I trust Alfonso. Not at all. What Mr. Alfonso just told us doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever, and it's actually going to cause conflict by segregating the two groups. Sure, there's probably a couple of people that are still pissed about the past and what's gone on. People have died, like we just heard from Hitomi. But, for the most part, I don't think that's true at all. So, it's just going to cause a problem, and there's clearly some kind of agenda there. I guess we'll find out in later versions of the story, but the story hasn't really been completed, so don't really know the truth of it. I'm just speculating at this point. I usually have good intuition about these kind of things, so we'll see. Hey Jack, wait up. Can I tag along for a bit? I want to head west to investigate the radio interference phenomenon, but I'm kind of scared of going there on my own after my ordeal with the locals. So you want me to babysit you? Oh, no, you're going west to the Earth camp anyways, right? I'll just join you for a bit. As they say, strength in numbers. I don't have a choice in the matter, now do I? Nope, but we need to figure out a way to disable this interference. Our survival may depend on it. Well, if I'm going to get stuck with someone, I think Raul's actually alright. I wouldn't mind Nan hanging around with me, but we'll take Raul.
Nice day today, huh? Yeah, it's not like I can survive on my own. Besides, I don't think I would be too welcomed in an Earth camp. Nice day today, huh? Well, actually, you see, I got my degree from the Martian Military Academy because they are the best school of interspace communications. But I had no interest in actually joining the fleet. So joining the colony got me out of the military. I do miss my parents, though. They're scheduled to come on the second shift. Nice day today, huh? That mean lady survived, huh? I guess it can't be helped. Well, it certainly narrows it down on the possible sources for the interference. If yeah, what's up? Keep in touch.
Off we go on another adventure, and now we are headed for Earth Camp, and we have no choice but to take Raul with us. So That's cool, I guess. Now, she's a character where you don't have to really babysit her like you do the other characters. You don't have to be concerned about her getting stuck in other locations, and it's really kind of a nice thing. So if we want to do a little hang gliding action, it's absolutely fine, because she'll just kind of keep up with us, and that it's kind of how I wish the other characters behaved. Well, I kind of feel like we're making some pretty good time here. We're just moving on from one objective to the next, and I know some of you want to see some of the building stuff, and that will be coming, but not for a few episodes yet. But I will take a break from the main story quest just as soon as I get access to the colony buildings, and then once we have everything done there that is sufficient, or whatever we can do with the colony at that point, we will continue on with the story. And after you get the colony buildings, it's not a ton more of story, so after that the Let's Play will probably be wrapping up pretty shortly. Well, looks like we lost Rawl, but again, it's not a big deal, not a problem. She'll catch up. Can't see her behind us though. Actually, this side would have been a lot better for jumping off and actually hang gliding. Or, there she is. See what I mean, though? Like how she just popped in? If we were mid-air, that's kind of what she does. She'll just pop in and pop in and pop in. Yeah, that's not so good. So, like I said, I hope that's something that gets worked on during the alpha phase or whatever. And maybe the other NPCs can follow you as good as Rawl follows you around. And your companions in your party and stuff, because they do the same kind of thing. They're always sticking around and always with you. We haven't actually added anyone to our party through the majority of this, and I don't really see any need to, although I may pick up a few NPCs or fulfill their minor quest to like join, or just basically send them off to the colony once we get that started. But this guy's probably worth a little bit of meat, so we're going to go ahead and take this guy down. Yeah, now that we have the blaster, we just we'll own. I mean, that guy still takes a lot of shots. The stuff in the forest is still kind of tough, and we definitely haven't encountered the most beastly of creatures yet. We'll see that probably after we do the colony stuff, so that's still probably a ways down the line. But there are some awesome things that you have to fight. Boss kind of creatures and stuff, and that's really cool. That's really far out. If I can collect enough meat, it almost might be good to try to find Hitomi and get the gold set, but I think something happens in the story. I don't want to spoilers, no spoilers, but I think something happens to where we'll lose access to doing that. So we might be stuck with the bronze set for a while. It's okay. I like the bronze set, and like I said, the gold set looks. But the gold set has that cool kind of like visor on the helmet and stuff. This one doesn't have that. And it has kind of like this little more futuristic look and stuff going on, which I dig it. I dig it. The nice thing about going from the Martian camp to the Earth camp is it's not really all that far away, so it's not going to take us long to get there. If Alfonso had anything to say about it, he'd have us across the planet from each other. Jeez, that guy, huh? So I take it the president, or what do you call her, governor, or whatever she was, or he was, of this whole colony is Martian. I don't know. That wasn't really defined. So that's why I'm kind of like, is there an agenda there between those guys? Because I don't really know. So I guess we'll have to find that out later in the story. But it seems a little curious. It's actually kind of a good thing we probably don't have access to Hitomi to buy the gold set, because we still need to kind of save up our meat for some of the future stuff here. When we hit Earth Camp, there's probably going to be a couple things we're going to buy, but especially the colony stuff and the air vehicle stuff. We're going to need a lot for that, because we're probably not going to be building a lot of the parts. We're probably going to try to buy them. That will make things a lot easier on us. And holy crap, these things are huge. I think these are the biggest ones of these we've seen. So we haven't seen, like, I guess the baby versions of those, like, wood mountain lions or whatever those things are. But yeah, we got a blaster, man. We are we're pretty tough right now. I probably won't be dying too many more times. It's a shame. I still kind of wish that I could use that energy shield in some way, or the personal barrier, or whatever they call it. Unfortunately not. And it looks like we're hitting Earth Camp right now. That's perfect. And that's pretty much going to wrap things up for this episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.